Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tea Time Wisdom Sharing Session. Today is a very, very auspicious day to start a session. So in Telugu, we called it as a Vasanta Panchami. Vasanta Panchami is known as the celebration of knowledge. Ma goddesses is a symbol of knowledge, and we celebrate, we appreciate, and we express gratitude to Ma Saraswati today because she is the symbol of knowledge. And knowledge is very, very important in order to free ourselves, in order to attain enlightenment. So knowledge is very important, my dear friends. And today, being a so special day, we are starting this program called Tulasi Dalam. Tulasi Dalam was written by Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, and I would express my deepest gratitude to my teacher, Patri sir. Because of him, I learned meditation and I was able to connect with many wonderful, great masters. I was able to gather knowledge and information, and my life has become continuous learning. Every time I learn something new, I feel so happy, so good that, I did something useful, because the purpose of life is to love and learn. So the more we learn, the more we can love ourselves, the more we can love our life. So friends, thanks to Patriji for writing this wonderful book called Tulasi Dalam. This is in Telugu. If you can see, this is Tulasi Dalam book 1. So this book came into the picture in a very beautiful way. I am going to share few stories from this book. And Patri sir, how he started this book is like with his introduction, right? So in this incarnation, he chose Savitri Devi as his mother and Ramana Rao as his father, and he wanted to choose to take birth on this planet Earth on November 11th, 1947. So from the past 5 lifetimes, Patri sir was teaching meditation and enlightening people. So this is his last life. That's what he mentioned in this book. He last life as a human being on this planet Earth. And in this lifetime, he wanted to do as much knowledge spread as he can, as much good as he can, as much service as he can. That's what he decided, taking his life on this planet Earth. And then in this lifetime, he chose Swarnamala Madam as his wife and 2 daughters, Parinita and Parimala. And they are all yogis. That's what he said. They are all yogis. And Patri sir came into meditation. He was practicing meditation from past 5 janmas, 5 incarnations, and he's teaching meditation to one and all. But every lifetime, there is a light, there is a reminder for us to come into this meditation, right? So the light for Patri sir was Sri Ramachanna Reddy. In 1976, he met Ramachanna Reddy. Through him, he came into meditation. And then after many practices and, doing a lot of spiritual book reading, and in 1981, he met his great master, Sadananda Yogi. From there, his life is completely changed. That's what he mentioned in this book. From 1981 to 1983, he took full knowledge from Sadananda Yogi. And he did a lot of service. Every day he would go to his master. And his master, you must have heard his story, right? When he goes to his master, he would take bidi, like, cigarette packet. So because his master used to smoke bidis, and Patri sir would take bidi packets or whatever he needs, right? So, and he would take and he would give and he would sit with him and take the knowledge from him. And every day they would take food for Sadananda Yogi. And Sadananda Yogi used to live in a very, very small hotel on the small cot. He used to sleep like very, very tiny room. And Patri sir and his friends, they all go to that master and take all the wisdom. So Sadananda Yogi first said, like, before sharing the knowledge, he would just ask them to meditate. So meditation is so important in life, my dear friends. And that's why Patri sir decided to make everyone yogi, everyone meditators on this planet Earth. And then after taking knowledge from his master 1981 and 83, he was fully ready. He was doing here and there work. And in 1990, with the help of Shri B.V. Reddy, I met this master in Kurnool, such a nice and down-to-earth person. And because of him, they were able to find the space for pyramid, and they were able to build the Kurnool pyramid. The first pyramid, Buddha pyramid, was built in Kurnool in the year 1990. And in 1992, he resigned his job. And 93, he created so many spiritual societies, small spiritual societies everywhere, because Patri sir is never a global person. He says that, just to create as many as you can and, develop from there independent governance, always Patri sir word, my dear friends. And in 1994, he wrote the book called Be a Master. This is after coming into spirituality, he wanted to write a book, and then he wrote the Be a Master book, 1994. It's a wonderful book. It's a very small, Patri sir books are always a very small books, but it contains lot of knowledge and information. And 1995, they created Sadananda Yogi Ashramam, and then they created meditation center there as well. And from there, the journey started. Many magazines came into pictures, many books he has written, many spiritual societies he opened, many towns he opened, pyramids, and so many things happened. So, and that is what Patri sir mentioned in this book, because this book was written long time back, right? So he mentioned the main years of the story. And so what he said is how this book came into the picture. So November 13th, 1994, they are traveling from Tirupati, and along with Patri sir, a couple of masters were traveling. So as he was traveling, lot of intuition was coming, so many thoughts were coming, and everything was like happening inside his mind. So Patri sir, right? Always love to read, always love to write, and then put his knowledge and wisdom onto the paper. So the questions, so many questions followed, right? Okay, so these are all masters are traveling with me. There are so many masters' name they have taken, Patri sir has taken, like meditators. So if you belong to this religion, if you belong to that religion, then what is the religion of these meditators? So he started thinking which religion they belong to. So then he explained so many wonderful things about, how everybody thinks their religion is correct. Hindu thinks Hindu is correct. Sikh says, I am following this religion. And Christian says, I am following this religion. This is correct. And Muslim says this. And there are even Hindus. There are so many, right? Vaishnavas there. And some people pray Shiva, they say it is correct. Some people believe in incarnation, and some people believe there is no incarnation. And like that, his thoughts were coming, and he started putting everything on the paper, my dear friends. And then he mentioned how this book came into the picture. So after mentioning everything, and then he decided, okay, these are all people belongs to a one religion, that is a spiritual religion. So there is no religion, my dear friends. There is only spirituality, and we are all belong to that spiritual religion. That's what Patri sir said in this book. This is just a beginning of the session. So how this Tulasi Dalam came into the picture, he wanted to explain. So before he goes and explaining how this Tulasi Dalam came, he wanted to share a story. So what he shared is, once upon a time, there was a lady, very highly evolved lady. She wanted to know the truth. She wanted to explore the truth. But back then, she does not know how to even achieve the truth. So what she did is, she took out her diamond necklace, a very expensive diamond necklace, and she wanted to put it on the scale so that she can learn the knowledge. And this is what was happening. Like, if you remember in Telugu, Shri Krishna Tulabharam, one side Krishna will be there, other side they were like, putting all the jewelers and all. So that is a story he explained. So the diamond, most of the expensive diamond necklace also did not give her knowledge. And the second thing what she did is, like, she removed all her jewelry and she put it on the scale. It did not do anything. And then she put every, like, golden vessels, silver vessels from her place. She put it on the scale. Still, it did not do anything. It did not let her know the truth. And finally, one lady comes from outside and she got the Tulasi Dala. Tulasi Dala is a holy basil tree, we call it. In Telugu, Tulasi tree, but in English it's called holy basil tree. So holy basil is very auspicious plant, because there are so many evolved beings within the kingdoms, right? So from plant kingdom, the holy basil is the highly evolved being. From animal kingdom, the cow is very evolved being. And from mineral kingdom, the crystals are very much evolved beings. And from human kingdom, like saints and Buddha, Krishna, they're all evolved beings. And again, so, like, the Tulasi is a highly evolved plant kingdom. That's why it is very precious. So when the lady came with that holy basil in her hand, she put it on the scale. They removed all the jewelers, but she put it on the scale, and immediately Krishna decided to share the knowledge. That's what the story tells. So Tulasi Dala is so precious, and this is how it looks like, my dear friends. As you can see, this is Tulasi Dala. So Tulsi Dala has 2 leaves, and today we are going to learn what are these 2 leaves indicates to in this Tulsi Dala. So Tulasi Dala, why they have to come up is, one Tulasi Dala, the 2 leaves are there, right? One leaf talks about you create your own reality. And the second leaf talks about knowledge. It talks about Anapanasati, Kaya Anupasana, Vipassana. So the one leaf talks about you create your reality. The other leaf talks about meditation. So meditation and knowledge, they explains. So we all know that, Krishna said, right, you create your own reality and you are the savior of your life. So Uddaren Atman Atmanam. So you have to take care of yourself. Nobody is going to come and save you. Nobody is going to give their hand to, like, to save you from any challenges you face. You have to save yourself with what? With knowledge itself. So the knowledge is so important. So the 2 leaves are, it is making us realize we are creating our reality. And the other thing is, with knowledge and wisdom, we are always correcting our reality. We are always creating best reality for ourselves and for others. And that is what the 2 leaves it says here. And here, how he compared knowledge with, like, some people they do puja, some people they do yagas. How he said is, so Swami Dayananda Saraswati said, puja mettu kadu agarta. So that is written in Telugu. So if you are worshipping idols, if you are going here and there and trying to find a god, it is a obstacle, but you are not going to find anything outside. So the only way to find the god inside is through going inside, and then only you can find. So that is what Swami Dayananda Saraswati explained. And he talked about bhajanas to Patri sir. So when you do bhajan, when you sing bhajans, you feel so good, but that is temporary only. So and that's good. I mean, we all came from there, but bhajana is not going to take anywhere. It is not going to introduce to God. It is not going to introduce to ourselves. It is just for the pleasure of Atma. And then yaga. So we do a lot of big yagas, right? So that is also not going to give anything. In fact, it is a lot of waste of money, but we are not going to achieve anything from there. So no knowledge can be found outside.